LeBron James has announced who he believes is the player who defends him the best. That player, Kawhi Leonard. Not that surprising, given Kawhi Leonard's two-way talent on the floor. I saw this article on NBC Sports. I liked it because they previously mentioned this line. Joe Dumars was named by Michael Jordan as his best, the best player who defended the GOAT in Michael. And Ruben Patterson named Ruben Patterson the Kobe stopper. I just thought that was such a funny bit because it wasn't like Kobe said Ruben Patterson was the best guy who ever defended me.
Kobe would never say anyone could ever stop him. He's the type of guy.
Exactly.
You would think Jordan would even ever said anything like that, but he did.
Ruben Patterson just like come out there and be like, oh, Ruben Patterson says Ruben Patterson.
But you know what? I bet, you know what? I've always been on Ruben Patterson's side on this because I'm a lifelong Laker hater. But
what does your shirt say about that?
Come on.
It's a good shirt. I like
the basis for Ruben Patterson coming up with that had to be, he must have stopped him one game. It had to at least been once.
Right.
He must have shut him down one time. He's a professional. Come on, he plays defense. He had to have stopped him once. Then he went ahead and went with it because you know who's never forgotten that?
Ruben Patterson.
Everyone.
Oh.
No one's forgotten that he's the Kobe stopper.
Right. I mean, it's
if
true.
he never came up with that, who would know who Ruben Patterson is?
That's a very good point. Ruben Patterson would have been he would have disappeared from NBA history and folklore, and that's important. I mean, in the Hall of Fame, he won't be there, but it will say Ruben Patterson, the Kobe stopper, and his bust will not be there. It will just be one poster.
It'll be right near Kobe's induction. It'll be like
the Kobe floor that he's probably going to get in that museum. Great place to go in Springfield, Massachusetts, I believe it is. Not Springfield from The Simpsons. Different Springfield.
Missouri.
So Kawhi Leonard says, I mean, not Kawhi Leonard, LeBron James says that Kawhi is the best defender. He's best at defending LeBron. I think this is an awesome point that he makes because he said the quote was, he's solid, very solid, I believe. I think we have it, though. Can we go to that quote, if you don't mind, if you will? Kawhi Leonard, he's solid at that end of the floor. Very, very solid. I like him. I like the kid. He went on to say,
Donald Trump talking? He's a tremendous defender.
I was going to say, he went on to say he's very, very, very solid, tremendous on both ends of the floor. The floor, solid, round, solid, fast, solid.
The defensive side has never seen a person like that before. He's the most defensive player that's ever played the game.
And Kawhi Leonard last year garnered a lot of second-place MVP votes, one of the most valuable players in the league, because, and I think you are always on this side, and not enough people talk about it, how important two-way players are. When I think of the better two-way players in the league, LeBron James obviously comes to mind. Klay Thompson comes to mind. Jimmy Butler comes to mind, but probably none as close to LeBron in terms of all-around effectiveness, your hand in absolutely everything in the game, Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, a lot of times scores, especially
not a
in
lot
the
of times,
Spurs
offensive scheme that he still puts up big enough numbers that you wouldn't expect.
The reason I always bring it up is because it's frustrating because people only think, whenever they talk about the best players and then the reason why teams will win, all they think about is scoring. And most importantly, or most highlighted is being shooters. Oh, you know, Steph. How well does Steph defend? I'm not saying he's a bad defender. He has lots of steals, actually. He's a great defender on that, as far as that aspect. But it's just some things you can't counter with. He's not the biggest guy in the world. Sometimes you need size and reach, and that's one of the other things that LeBron was saying about Kawhi. He's got length, he's got reach, and things like that. He covers ground.
He's got wingspan.
What are you going to do about that?
Wingspan. So, do you know what? I have your answer, JR, as to why people talk about scoring so much. Because Uncle Drew said this game is about one thing, getting buckets. And what did buckets get Uncle Drew? An NBA championship ring. Learn from him, Carmelo Anthony. Learn. So we can win a championship ring in New York. Comment below, like, favorite, and subscribe to the channel. Somebody called me out on Twitter saying that why do you say like, favorite, and subscribe to the video? You can't subscribe to a YouTube video.
Wow.
Called out. Hashtag called out.
That guy's the J. Ruben stopper.
The J. Ruben stopper.